Can you validate your business idea for the UK market? This is one of the criteria against which you should be judging your business ideas before you hone in on the business idea that you're going to use for the Innovator visa process for the UK. Now, what does market validation mean? Well, there's a great book on this. There's a number of books, but one I particularly recommend is Will It Fly? How to test your next business idea so you don't waste your time and money. And that's what it's all about, right? Test your next business idea so you don't waste your time, number one, and number two, your money. Now, of course, in the immigration context, this can also have immigration consequences. So it's about time, money, and your immigration status. So when we're talking about testing business ideas, there's a scale, there's a spectrum of options, and really dozens of different ways that you can do it. Now, for some of my clients, they have already built something and they have some free users, and there's some information therefore that can be gathered about those free users. What are they interested in? Where are they from geographically? So have some UK users already signed up or not? And bear in mind, this is about specifically UK market validation. It's great if you can also validate your business idea for other markets outside of the UK, in the EU or abroad. That's fine, but there must be at least some UK market validation. And this comes down to the simple question that could be put to you really by the Home Office, leaving aside the endorsing body. So whether you're endorsed or not, if you get the endorsement, you could still be asked, what evidence is there that your business will succeed? And where people have been interviewed, that's been the consistent question that's been put by the Home Office specifically post-endorsement, is what evidence is there that your business is going to be a success, that you're going to have customers, etc. And it's insufficient for you to simply have done internet-based research, or to have had a business idea and simply tested it through looking online to say, well, it seems to me that there's a gap in the market here and the market size is X billion or whatever it might be. That's insufficient. You must have actually taken active steps to validate it. That could be as little as speaking with people to secure, to secure expressions of interest. So for one of the other entrepreneur routes, which is in fact for Germany, under the equivalent of the startup visa there, you've got to secure 2 letters of intent from German businesses confirming that, yes, they will be working with this, they will be working with you in Germany. For the UK, there's no formal requirements around securing letters of intent, but that's good practice in many cases, to show that, look, I've spoken with these businesses and they've confirmed, yes, once it's built, then they'll be working with me. Now, that's the weakest form of validation, right? I'm starting out at the weakest end of the spectrum. If you want to strengthen your application, then you want to go further up the scale, further up the spectrum. And the next stage would be, as I say, securing free users for your platform. And as I say, free users can provide some great initial data, and also then there's some people who you can actually survey or speak with and report on what you found, what people have said. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a paying customer, but again, that's on the weaker end of the spectrum. If you want to go one step up this spectrum from that, then it is actually having someone who will pay you some money for something, and that might be a product that you've actually built. Maybe you do have a minimum viable product by that point, but it might not be. It might be that you are, like some of my clients, running a consultancy of some kind with a combined product idea. You're putting your business onto a digital footing in some way, let's say through an e-learning platform, or through turning your service into a software as a service product, or it might be there's some complementary software or indeed hardware that you're coming up with. I say coming up with because these are typically processes. And it could be that some of the earnings that you're securing as a consultant, that as part of that value proposition, there's mixed with that a software proposition or some other value add, and that you can rely on that to validate the idea. You have some of my clients have an existing user base, existing customer base of paying clients, and the product is in the process of being introduced. And in that process, maybe people have signed up for the product, maybe there's some pre-sales, or maybe there's not. Maybe there's some money coming in, and as a part of that value proposition, they will get access to the product that is going to be released. That's another form of market validation. Now, in terms of methods as well, one really great method that a number of my clients have followed is actually coming to the UK initially on a visitor visa, on a visitor basis, and attending a trade show. Now, if you attend a trade show in your sector, and perhaps you have a pitch ready, perhaps you have a stall, as it were, but maybe you don't. Maybe you're pitching it as part of your networking there. But you can actually speak to people. Then you can get some great data points and a list of people who you've spoken with. These kind of events, people are trading business cards, and it's perfect for doing your market validation in one go. And then you can carefully document that. And then that process and that content can then make its way into your business plan for the Innovator Founder visa. And that will be of great benefit to you. You would then have a list of a number of people you've spoken to, and you can give an account of it. And you can also get some details on each of those people. What position do they have within their respective organizations? And then you can also rank those people, rank your prospects, your client customer prospects, by lowest hanging fruit, if you like, the people who are most likely to work with you at the earliest stage in the visa term. And again, it shows, all of this is showing that you've given careful thought to it, that you're structuring it, that you've got an idea of what the market involves. And of course, this isn't just about form, it's about substance. You need to know, as I've said from this slide, that you're not wasting your time and money. And later on, you're not going to switch business ventures or have to amend the business plan and so on. You need to know for yourself that this is going to fly, as he puts it. It's fine for entrepreneurs to pivot and everything, but this idea of market validation is so central, and it shows you're serious, and it's just a prerequisite for getting started. It's totally insufficient for you to be saying in the business plan that you'll be researching this market and that market. No, you need to have done that at the very beginning of the process. So the other key essential thing that you must bear in mind is, does this make sense? Does the business idea make sense for you? In other words, am I a subject matter expert in it? Are you the subject matter expert? If you're not, then it's going to be difficult to see how it's going to fly, right? How this is going to work. Really, that I would say is a prerequisite. I think all of my clients, or almost all of my clients, have been subject matter experts in their area, in their field. And if you've selected a business idea that does not align with the area in which you're a subject matter expert, then there's a problem there. It's not necessarily insurmountable. Maybe you can become a subject matter expert in an area. You might just need a bit more time. But if the part of the business proposition is that you're going to become a subject matter expert in this area, you don't know about the field yet, then forget about it. It's not gonna work. Now, some of my clients are, younger people in their 20s, even early 20s, and they're in the process of gaining experience and so on. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Some of my clients are have been on the startup visa as well, and we're all learning at different stages of our life as well. Age isn't necessarily a determinative factor, And can you be a subject matter expert in an area at either such a young age, or if you've switched into a new area, you're in a new area? Well, yeah, I think you need to be, to the extent that you need to have had some experience in some area. Now, let's just say that experience is only 3 months, 6 months. Well, it might be that you've worked in a company in a particular field, and you've seen there's this major pain point and you want to solve it, and it's only taken you 3 months to work that out. Or yeah, 3 months, 6 months to work it out, and you feel you're now ready to address it. But there's a massive difference between that and someone who is simply standing outside of the field, looking in, saying, okay, this seems to be an area in which money can be made. No, you need to get that experience first. And a lot of my clients are entrepreneurs, and some of them very, very successful. They've sold companies or multiple companies, and they're investors and so on. And they, from my experience working with entrepreneurs, they're looking out for people who actually have some experience in the field. In other words, maybe they've worked in industry first, and they've seen a problem, they've seen a gap, and they're going independent, and they want to solve that. So those, I think, are the two main filters against which you should be sifting your business ideas, as it were. Can it be market validated? If it cannot be market validated, then you need to have another business idea. And does it make sense for you? Are you a subject matter expert in the area? Those are two questions. Now there's some other factors as well. I've put together a Innovator Founder checklist for you. You can get that for free by clicking on the link below. I also have a consultation service. Be very happy to speak with you. You can click on the link and select a time to speak with me. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck if you're making an application, and bye for now.